Hello there. Hi, Aunt Kari. I'm so happy to be doing a reading for you today. Thank you so much for your support with my little tarot business here. I hope that you're doing well. I don't want to ramble on too much. Let's just get started with the messages that we have for you here today. I'm going to be using one of my favorite decks, which is the Great Unknown, the Wild Unknown, whatever the hell it's called. So let's shuffle these cards and see what we have for you here today. I just moved into my new place here recently. It's coming together quite nicely, really liking it here. I'll give you a little video tour of the place once I'm done with your reading here. I'll usually do these readings starting by asking, whoever I'm reading for to give me a little description of what they're currently going through. But I kind of just wanted to go into this one for you and just see what we could come up with. So I hope that some of these messages resonate and that you get something from this. All right. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles here to start. So this could be new beginnings as far as money goes, or it could just be a message of trying to save money or looking at money in a different way. It could be that you're working a lot and that you are, kind of planning for the future in a sense of putting money away for different things. The Ace is kind of like the number one, so the very start. So it could be new financial projects that you have going on, new business ideas that you have going on, or like I said, just kind of starting to look at money in a different way or deciding different ways to start saving for your future. It could also kind of be maybe different projects of your own, not really financially related, but just business-wise, things that you want to do, that you are looking at the logistics of how you can start. And so, yeah, the Ace of Pentacles can be a really good omen as far as money goes. It could be more money coming in than usual, or even creating a new relationship with your financial self or with your work, to where you're feeling good about where you're at right now financially. It could even be like new work things on the horizon, like some sort of raise or some sort of promotion. So that's a really good omen to start us out with here. Like I said, it could also just be this turning a new leaf financially in a sense of starting to budget in different ways, or even just starting to put money away in different ways, saving for your future. So I like that. Next we have the Chariot here for you. So the Chariot is kind of based around your home life. It's got this kind of Cancer energy. We just entered Scorpio season, so your birthday will be coming up soon. Scorpio is one of my favorite signs. And so this Chariot card is kind of in relation to that, being a water card. And so how it relates, I would say, to your situation is just building a really comfortable home environment and having a really safe and comfortable home environment where maybe you haven't always had that. You haven't always felt like home was this really safe place. It could have been different turmoil or different tumultuous situations going on in the home that maybe didn't feel the most safe for you. And so now I just feel like you are really prioritizing having this really safe and comfortable kind of nesting home environment, making your home this kind of really safe place and really safe environment for you and for your family, and not wanting to deal with the sort of drama or kind of rocky roller coaster rides that maybe you in the past have dealt with in your home environment and your home life. So I really just see this being a time where you are building the most comfortable and safe home environment as you can for yourself. And so I think both of these first messages are really good omens in that sense. Next, we have the Fool card here for you. So I think Fool always has this kind of negative connotation behind it, to say that someone is a fool or that we are a fool or foolish in certain ways can have a really negative feel. But this card is really just about allowing yourself to be a baby, or allowing yourself to be new at something, or kind of this idea that we can't be good at anything, or we can't start anything without first having to be a beginner. And so it's kind of this beginner's energy, or this whole idea that starting over, no matter what point we are at in our lives, is not a bad thing. And you really do have to be willing to take that leap of faith, or take that jump, to begin something new, and to allow yourself to kind of be bad at something, to be a beginner at something before you can be good. So however this relates, it could be in relation to this new project. It could be in relation to this, maybe even just new ideas about yourself or everything that you've been through. Maybe sometimes it feels like, oh shit, I really have to start over again, or I really have to try and go back to the drawing board with some things, or I really have to try and let go of some old ideas or some old, things about myself that don't necessarily serve me, or patterns that I've been through that don't necessarily serve me, and kind of just allowing yourself the grace or the freedom to start over and to be a beginner and to be new at something. And as scary as that can be, I think this is just a reminder that that fool's energy, and that kind of naive and kind of fresh energy is a really big part of the cycle that you're going through right now. So definitely just allow yourself to be bad at something, or allow yourself to be a beginner at something. I know there's this kind of idea that we want to be good at everything right away, or we want to be successful at things right away. But this is just a really big reminder that, before you can be an expert, before you can be that really together and awesome and successful version of ourselves, we really have to allow ourselves to be kind of a fool, kind of a baby bird, kind of a just hatched and starting again kind of energy. Next, I have the Four of Swords here. So this could really be a lot of inner work that you are doing right now, a lot of effort that you are putting towards your higher self and your higher mind, and kind of trying to focus on not allowing different obstacles, hardships, and challenges to bring us down. And knowing that, you see kind of the imagery here of this little lamb who has like light and sunshine radiating out of his head. I think that's very much so true, in a sense of knowing that you can trust your intuition, and that you can trust your instincts about things, and that you have done so much work and have put in so much effort in trying to heal from past situations and past circumstances. And no matter, what sort of obstacles or what sort of challenges have gotten in your way, you've stayed true to yourself, and you've overcome a lot, in a sense of saying, you know what, I'm willing to put up with a lot. I'm willing to compromise a lot, but at the end of the day, I have to really go with what I think and what I feel, and I have to really trust myself and trust that I know what's best for myself. And so this 4 is kind of a really rounded number, and so it really could just be that you are kind of having to go about things in a different way, where you're realizing that there are a lot of things that you've done in the past that maybe haven't worked out for you, or that maybe didn't go as how you planned. And so you're really having to kind of source from within yourself right now, as far as trying to look within and realize like what is right, what is wrong. That can all be very relative at different times, or confusing as to thinking like, did I make the right choice, or did I say the right thing? And I think mostly this card is just kind of here to remind us that there's going to be a lot of people around us that want to try and bring us down, or that want to try and challenge us or question us. But at the end of the day, we really have to, go within and realize that we do know what's best for ourselves. And sometimes even if you've had to make big decisions or say harsh things to kind of get your point across, that's not necessarily a bad thing. And the swords are all about like the action that you take. And so this really could be just kind of talking about or going over different decisions you've had to make in order to protect yourself, in order to protect your energy. And sometimes it does feel like we have the odds kind of stacked against us, or people around us aren't able to understand the choices that we make or why we do the things we do. But I think at the end of the day, it's just a good reminder, seeing this Four of Swords, that, like I kind of said, you do know yourself best and you do know what's best for you. And so sometimes you really just have to tell people to fuck off, which I know you are no stranger to, and I'm not either. And so it feels bad sometimes to be like, all right, I got to cut people out. I got to set a lot of really strong boundaries. But that's all really a positive thing at the end of the day. When you're, focusing on your home environment, when you're focusing on building a safe place for yourself that other people are not allowed to mess with or take away from you. And when you are, trying to start again, and when you are coming up with these new ideas and these new ways of being and living, and even just new ways of seeing yourself and new things that you are starting to implement into your daily life that are helpful for you and that are focused on and geared towards healing past hurts. And when you are kind of focusing on your coins and focusing on your money and focusing on, getting ahead and getting to that next step, I think this is just a really good reminder that all those challenges and all of those hardships that we go through at the end of the day definitely contribute to us leveling up in a sense, or getting to that next level, or even if it sometimes feels like 2 steps forward, 10 steps back kind of energy, it's not all for nothing. It's definitely like within yourself, you're still holding that light and still pressing forward and still holding faith that things can be better and things will get better. But this 4 and these swords are really just about those challenges and those obstacles and those things that you've had to overcome, over and over. So those are the first few messages I got for you here. We'll draw a few more cards and keep going. With that, let's see here. Hope that some of that made sense or resonated. Yeah, like I said, really happy to be reading for you today. We have a few more cards that jumped out here, and so we will, it's kind of quite a few, but we will see what messages we get here. All right, so first up here I have the Mother of Cups, which this card is definitely about emotions. The cups are all about our emotional selves and our emotional beings and that sort of internal part of ourselves that is very inherently emotional. And so when I see the Mother of Cups here, I definitely see this being you, being a person that is this sense of stability and this sense of, motherly figure for the people around you and in your life, for your children. And so I think it also is just this very strong energy of, no matter what goes on and no matter what happens, like, you can trust yourself. And there are people that rely on you that also trust you, and that, your emotions and the things we get angry about, the things we get upset about, the things we get sad about, those are things that we can listen to and that we can trust. And so when I see this Mother of Cups card, I definitely just see it as a reminder that your emotional self and your emotional being and, all the things that you feel inside of yourself and the way that you choose to, express your emotions, that's all very important. And so this is a very expressive card in a sense of giving you the power or giving you the okay to listen to your feelings and to express those feelings and to be honest about those feelings. And that's all a really big part of, you know, getting to know ourselves and allowing other people to help us, is being honest about our feelings and being capable of expressing those things in different ways. So yeah, I like that card for you. And right next to it, I have the Tower. So the Tower can kind of be a scary card, but it really is more just about breaking down walls, breaking down barriers, allowing things to be an absolute, complete fucking mess, and saying, okay, you know, that was shitty, that was messy, that was bad, and things kind of felt like they fell apart there. But this is the first step to kind of being able to rebuild. And so it's this energy that we have to let things fall apart completely and let things be a complete fucking mess before we are able to, you know, take that fool's energy and start to rebuild and to start regenerating. And so this could be a period of you just kind of allowing things that have fallen apart, kind of starting to let those things go, and to kind of move towards this new way of thinking about the situations we're in or thinking about yourself. And so I like this card a lot too. And I think with the Mother of Cups, it is definitely giving yourself credit for everything that you've done and for all the things you've overcome. And just realizing that there are so many people that look up to you and that love you and that need you, you know, me being one of those people. And so just knowing that you're a really strong and powerful being, even in your emotions, even in your sadness, even in your, you know, anger and things that seem like, how do I say it? Like, you know, even at times when you fall apart, those are good times too, because when we bare our souls and when we allow ourselves to be very emotional, that is all part of letting things go and kind of turning that new leaf. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing here. That's a big energy that I'm getting here with these cards. Next, I have the Five of Wands here. And so this Five of Wands is really kind of just about trusting the universe in a sense of, without getting too woo-woo about it, but just knowing that things are going to work out and things are going to kind of come together in the way that they're supposed to. And so, of course, we could obsess over those things and we could go over those things continuously in our mind of, you know, what we could have done better or what we could have done different or what maybe we shouldn't have said or maybe what we should have said. But this card really is just sort of about all the mental processing and mental work that you've been putting in, and that those things will pay off and that they already have started to. And so this is kind of just another reminder of really trusting your intuition, trusting your instincts, and knowing that, you know, sometimes things are just going to be the way they are and there's not really much we can do about it. And I know that sounds kind of like, I don't mean it in like a giving up way. I mean it in like there's only so much that obsessing over things, and there's only so much that like rehashing things or wondering what we could have done differently. There's only so much that that's going to do, and only so much that that's going to help. And so there are factors and things going on that are so outside of our control that I think this is just a good reminder that you're on the right track as far as the way you're thinking about things, the way you're processing things, the energy and emotional work that you are putting in to better yourself and to, you know, be the best you that you can be. I definitely think it shows, and it's definitely paying off. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, I have I can't tell how many swords we have, or wands we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. That's 8. Okay, so this is the 6 of Swords. Sorry, I can't read Roman numerals. I hope that's a 6. But it definitely goes along with this Swords card in a sense of kind of rising above, kind of realizing that all of the sort of turmoil or sort of things falling apart and things kind of not going your way, or things kind of not going how you plan them. I kind of see this energy now with the Sun card next here of you sort of rising above that and being like, you know what? I'm much better than a lot of the things that have gone on, or a lot of the things that have tried to bring me down or tried to break me. And it's kind of this energy of you saying, as cliche as it does sound, like there is going to be this light at the end of the tunnel. There is this light within me still that is allowing me to press forward and move forward. And despite all obstacles or all trouble that gets in the way, you know, I'm still me and I'm still here. And you know, maybe there was a time where you didn't think you'd make it this far. You didn't think you would overcome this much, or you didn't think that you would make this much progress. And I know sometimes it also feels like we've made no progress at all, but what I'm seeing here is that there's just so much that you're overcoming and rising above and healing from. And you're really putting in that work. You are really putting in the work that it takes to just be happy and to kind of allow yourself to, oh, okay, here's the cat now. She is here. Hello. You're really kind of allowing yourself to forgive yourself and, you know, definitely not forgetting where you came from and the work you've put in. So I definitely do just see a lot of energy moving forward where you know, things might not get easier, but you will find yourself saying, like, I have this experience now. I've overcome this much and that much and these many things. So, you know, why give up now? And it's this energy of like pressing forward and, you know, maybe even just not allowing things to get to you as much as they once did, or not allowing things to have as much power over you as they once did. And so really the messages I'm getting are that you being such a powerful being and you being someone that's overcome so much and that's grown so much, I really just see the internal work that you've been doing really having a great impact on the people around you and on yourself. And the people that love you and that are there for you and that care about you, they're going to understand you and they're going to know, no matter what, you know, that you're doing what's right for you. You're doing what's best for you. And the people that can't understand that, I mean, fuck them, honestly. All right. I got the 5 of Pentacles here. So this really could just be, you know, with this Ace of Pentacles that we had in the very beginning. This really could just be progress as far as finances go, and it could be ebbing and flowing, of course, the way that money kind of does. But this definitely is just a sign of how hard you've been working. And I don't just mean like in a financial sense, because we're like in late stage capitalism now, and it's all kind of a mess anyways with that. But this really is just another kind of message about all the hard work that you've been putting in, and how there are big payoffs coming up. And I know sometimes it doesn't feel like that, but there is a lot, you know, that you are rising above and that you are saying, okay, you know what? Only so much control I have, only so much I can do, and I'm not going to allow these things to defeat me, and I'm not going to allow these things to get the best of me. Okay. I like those messages. I hope that you, you know, got something from those things. I'll grab one more card here to finish us off. And again, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for buying a reading from me. And I look forward to you seeing this and talking to you soon. Let's see what our final message will be here. Well, that's not great, you know, but we're gonna turn it around into something great. We've got this 10 of Swords here, and it really goes into the other Swords cards that we've had, and it really just is talking more about kind of this darkness or this sort of overpowering energy where it just feels like sometimes we cannot see the kind of positive side of things. And so it really could just be that there are a lot of struggles or a lot of moments where you're like, wow, the universe is really fucking trying me, or I'm really being tested right now. And so I think just kind of, I mean, that's like not a really positive card. There's a lot of darkness in that. And I don't want to end it on that note per se. So I do want to just say that, even within all that darkness, even within all that chaos, even within all of that feeling as if things are falling apart, there is so much to be hopeful for still, and there is so much to look forward to still, and to just stay strong, you know, for yourself and for the people around you. And I know it's like, oh God, haven't I been strong enough? Haven't I had to overcome enough? So I really think what the cards are kind of telling me here is just that definitely hasn't been an easy hand that you've been dealt, but you are definitely making the best of it and definitely turning things around in your favor, left and right, like almost miraculously. So with that being said, I love you very much, and I look forward to talking to you soon, and I hope that you enjoyed that reading, and thanks again. Bye.